before we start anything, I have something to reveal. And yes, I know, people in the comments are going to be like, oh my god, you have boobs. Yes, I do, unfortunately. I received a very special package from a very special creator. Okay. His name is Speakeasy Mo, and you should absolutely support him. He sent me a t-shirt to showcase for you, and I'm going to put it on now. I'm just going to take this mic off, and then I'll put it back on once the shirt is on. I forgot that I ordered, like, a vest. And I like the material as well. It's, like, very synthetic. I'm here for it. I don't know if this goes with my outfit or not, but I'm going to live with it because I really want to support you as a creator, and I don't know if you picked any of that up. I really want to support you as a creator. So here we are. This is what we're doing today. This is the outfit I'm wearing. I'm showcasing your shirt. You can get it as a t-shirt or a vest. I chose a vest. I'm pretty sure he sent me a t-shirt as well because for some reason the first order, for some reason it got taken away by customs. I'm not sure why, but today we are doing something fun. As you can see, I did my nails. They look beautiful. And I'm just gonna sit here and get ready for Halloween because we've had a very serious month. We've had a very dramatic month, and I would just like to throw on some makeup and have some fun today. So that's what we're gonna be doing. I'm just gonna tie my hair up. And later today I will also be on a stream with Neil, the 604 Atheist. He's gonna interview me. We're gonna do my deconversion story. I'm gonna put my crown on. It's not a crown, it's just to hold my hair back while I do my makeup. And while we do this, I am going to be reading some assumptions that I collected from you guys. Now, I want to address the fact that a lot of you were like, I don't make assumptions about people. Guys, some of y'all need to calm down, okay? It's a tag. It's a tag. It's nothing more. And you guys, I love you guys. I think that some of you are wonderful human beings, but honestly, sometimes I really wonder, because I know the ratio for my channel is the male to female ratio is wide. There's a lot of men on my channel. I'm not entirely sure why. I'm not sure what about my channel attracts more men than women, but generally speaking, I have more men on my channel. So there you go. So to address the tea for a little bit, this month has been a whole struggle for me. In the beginning, we had the Farhan drama, and then we had Muslim Twitter freaking out at 3 different tweets of mine, and then I had a Twitter suspension, and in my real life, I had a bunch of things going on. I've written them down because there's so many things. I'm currently paying off debt from the summer, because y'all know I went to Amsterdam for Diwali's Festival of Descent, and then I had to leave my job, the job that I got straight after coming back from Amsterdam, because I was getting ill so many times at that job. I got ill 4 or 5 times. My body was just telling me, this is not the job for you. Minimum a day I was having 2 Red Bulls, so I had to leave. It just wasn't the job for me, and I'm currently back on the jobs hunt, which, as many of you may know, is fun. It's not fun at all, but I mean, I'm working on it. I have another contract possibly lined up after this week. So this week I didn't actually get much work done. I did a little bit of temping at the beginning of the week, but they didn't really have other things for me to temp for. But next week I should have a contract lined up. So for those of you who are sitting there worrying about me, please don't. I will be fine. I don't want you to worry about me. I don't want anyone to worry about me. I will always be just fine. And then in addition to all of that, I had my Freedom Day. It's officially been a whole year since being completely outcast from my family. It's been a whole year, and that fucked me up a little bit. It made me think about my family a lot. I miss my siblings. those are like the only real people I miss from my family are my siblings, because I took care of them for such a long time. But yeah, it was like a very bittersweet moment for me, because I was thinking about like my life now, whether it's better, and it is significantly better. You know, the people I miss, and things like that. It was just an eye-opening moment for me. Is this foundation too light for me? I can't tell. I know that my summer foundation is way too dark for me. I also feel like my hairline's going back. Like, my forehead is so much bigger than it was at the beginning of the year. I feel like I've aged because of this job. But I don't know. I honestly don't know. I do like this foundation though. And then my beautiful puppy Nula, she passed away. She's a dog that I used to sponsor, so for those of you who get the meme, please do put an F in the chat for Nula. I loved her. I started sponsoring her a few years ago, and the reason I've just kept sponsoring her, even though I don't make the most money, and it's not a lot of money to sponsor a dog, is because we're just two helpless things in the world who, you know, get some kind of support from each other. And that's what I liked. And I know a lot of people will be like, oh, why support an animal when you can support a person? Bitch, because it's my money and I want to spend it where I want to. That's it. You know, I don't think that just because humans are more deserving that we shouldn't support a dog. You know? And it genuinely gave me pleasure when, and I know it's stupid because we anthropomorphize animals all the time, but the shelter would send me like cards and like paw prints from her, and it would just give me so much joy that I was, you know, supporting the life of a helpless animal who was nervous and couldn't find a home, you know, was just being taken care of in this shelter. And yeah, that just gave me so much, like, like it just freed up my mental space a lot, because I struggle with the idea of me becoming my father a lot. And I know that sounds silly, maybe that's a little ridiculous, but I do struggle with that idea because my father was a terrible human being, like, actually. He was an actual terrible human being, and I struggle with the idea of me turning into him a lot, so me doing good things is just a way to reassure myself that I'm not a terrible human being. But she died, and I was really sad about that. And, you know, I also tweeted out that All Dogs Go to Heaven, which is a movie reference, and y'all couldn't let me breathe for 5 seconds. Like, please, I know we're an atheist community and we like shitting on religion, but when I say things like that, can you please let me live? I look crazy right now. I just found this concealer and I'm very excited. So a lot of people ask me, Faye, what are you dressing up as for Halloween? And I don't really know how to answer that question, besides saying that I'm just gonna be problematic for Halloween. Not in the way that you think. I've had so many issues over October. I've been completely sober over October as well, so it hasn't been like... How do I explain this? So, over the whole of October, I have done nothing but be good. Like, I have not done a single thing to be a problem, but for some reason I keep running into trouble. And I hate that I keep running into trouble, because I don't want to be in trouble, like, ever. Like, I just want to have a normal life, and I know it doesn't seem like it, but I just want to have a normal life, and I just want to get along with people. But people do not want to get along with me. So, you know what? We're about to be a whole fucking asshole. I might actually mix this concealer with my other concealer, because this concealer is making me look very pale in the face. But yeah, so my inspiration for my Halloween outfit is just to be a problem. Like, I'm gonna wear a fur coat. I don't know if I'm gonna go out with this t-shirt. I might do. It depends. But I'm gonna wear my fur coat. I'm gonna be wearing sunglasses in the nighttime. Like, I'm gonna be a problem, just in general. All the men in the chat gonna be like, what the fuck did you just do to your face? I look crazy in the camera. Like, I've just erased my whole fucking face. I love it. But you know what? I'm just gonna keep on blending and hope that it comes out looking regular. Looking very ashy. But now that we've got, you know, the main questions out of the way, like, what the fuck is wrong with your face and who are you dressing up as for Halloween, I would like to get onto some of your assumptions. And a lot of you were like, oh, I don't make assumptions about people. Okay, but you do. Everyone does. Everyone makes assumptions about people. It is human nature to make assumptions about people. I feel like it's pretty normal to do that. And it's a tag also. Like, I feel like most of the girls in the chat got that. Like, this is a tag and I'm going to be making a video about it. But so many of you were like, oh, why are you asking us to make assumptions? Assumptions are terrible things. Like, yeah, I know, but it's a tag. Like, it's not, you know, I'm not going to sit here and judge you for them. I just want to know, like, what did you initially think about me, you know, when you first saw me? And a lot of people make assumptions about me. It's not just like, you know, Muslims who make assumptions about me. A lot of people make assumptions about me because I'm a very loud character in general. And I just wanted to know. I think one of the first ones I got, which for some reason didn't appear in the chat, so I forgot to write it down, was that Diante, who is a Malaysian ex-Muslim, she said that she initially thought that I was Malaysian. And I get, or Malay, sorry, and I get that a lot because of some of the features on my face. Like, a lot of people assume that I am Malaysian, or Indonesian, or Filipino. Nobody really guesses that I'm Bengali. Only people who, like, I really know intimately have guessed after a time that I'm Bengali. Like, after people learn that I was a Muslim before. But then even if they do learn that, sometimes they'll still be like, oh, you're totally Malay, right? And I'm not Malay, for those of you who thought that I was. I am 100%, to my knowledge, Bengali. The next assumption from Saf.com, who is my messenger, my Rasul, she said, you are a bad bee, and girl, you know I am. Like, I'm not going to sit here and deny that. You know I am. The next assumption is from the Dajjal Slut 69. Love your username. Girl, I'm pretty sure you've been a long time follower. She says, you're Allah. And I'm not. I never want to be. But that boy is terrified of me. Because he knows on the day of judgment, if he questions me, I'm just gonna expose him for the terrible, terrible thing that he is. So that boy is absolutely fucking terrified of me. Next assumption is from John, the amateur conversationalist, who is currently my strongest hype man. Like, the rest of y'all are slacking. He's currently my hype man. He said, my only assumption about you is that you make no assumptions. I wouldn't say that's completely true, but for the most part, yeah, I try not to make assumptions about people. Simply because I want to ask them. Like, it ruins the surprise for me to sit here and guess. But I actually, like, not to take away from your words, I know that you were trying to make, like, a really nice comment about me, and I'm just gonna sit here and ruin it right now. But I actually briefly considered while I was, like, job searching this week, whether or not if I should become, like, a telephone psychic, because I'm pretty good at guessing, like, like, I don't believe in any of that stuff, but I'm very, very good at making, like, educated guesses about people, so I think that I could pass off as, like, a psychic for a while. And I asked a couple of my friends, and they were like, you would make so much money if you did that, but it's so ethically wrong that I don't think I ever would really do it. This contour down this forehead, girl. This is too much forehead for you. People never gonna guess you Asian with that kind of forehead. Is that racist? I'm sorry. Tanny, who is also a long-time follower of mine, she said, you work hard and party on the weekend. You know what? I never used to. Before I made so many fucking friends this year. And that's another thing. I've made so many friends this year, and I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I've made so many damn friends this year, and it's... Ever since I made them, I've always had something to do on the weekends, but before that, I never really used to do that. I'm very much a homebody. I like being at home. And for some reason, over the last few months, like especially over summer, I've been going out all the time on weekends. And obviously this weekend I'm going out, but I'm going out because I just haven't done it in a really long time. Now, before I move on to the other questions, or the other assumptions rather, I need to figure out what kind of look I'm going for, because I watched a bunch of tutorials and some of them are a little too ambitious for me. Like, I don't have that kind of skill, but I'm gonna give it a go. I got me my brushes. Oh, let me do my eyebrows first. I think that would be a good way to start. Black eyebrows? No, we'll go for purple. Or blue. We'll go for blue. Blue glitter in the eyebrows. So the next assumption is from All Fuckery, or from Claude, who's also a long-time follower of mine. He goes, you are the Sility Messiah, which I appreciate, but I don't think I am, because here's the real tea. Like, I tried to watch some Bengali dramas on the train the other day. First of all, I was going to East London, so everybody fucking knew that I was Bengali. And second of all, like, I realized that I've lost so much of my culture and I just want it back. Like, we need an ex-Muslim Bangla gang around me so that I can regain some of my culture, because I've lost so much of it since, like, leaving my family. Even before that, like, the uncle's house that I lived in before I left my family completely, they never spoke Bengali in the house because they were, like, super progressive, and for some reason that meant that they didn't speak Bengali in the house. And so I've lost, like, a lot of my language. I need to go back and I need to start reading Bengali stuff again, because I've, like, forgotten how to read it. It's really tragic, and I want to regain some of it. So if y'all start a Bangla gang, please let me know, because I want to be in on the fun. Like, I want to have my Bengali culture back, because I lost so much of it as a Muslim, and now I can't get any of it back as, like, an ex-Muslim, because my entire community is Muslim, except for the few who, you know, aren't. But yeah, thank you for saying that. I wish I was. So from Haris Tawheed, he said that I always assumed that it took you time to warm up to new people. I have my trust issues. I have significant trust issues. I like this palette. Give me a second. Let's go for pink. We go for pink. Pink is good. Pink is a good color for what I'm going for today. Yeah, so I have my trust issues. I don't generally trust people. And it takes me a while to, like, warm up to them, but also I get attached to people really, really quickly. Like, ever since Armin was here, I miss Armin so much. Even though, like, our relationship was very much me annoying the fuck out of him, and I regret none of it, I miss him so much. Like, I wish he was just here. I miss Halima Salat so much. She's gonna watch this and be like, why are you making me cry, girl? But honestly, I get attached to people I like so quickly, and I end up missing them so much. But it does take me time to warm to people and trust people, because of, you know, the life that I led before and the kind of circumstances that I lived in. Next assumption is from Nilufar Rahman, who is a patron of mine. I really appreciate that, girl. Thank you for following me for such a long time and for giving me money to survive. all the links are in the description below. If you would rather give me a one-time donation, there's a PayPal link too. You know, I have a Patreon, I have a PayPal. If you want to support me monetarily, I would greatly appreciate it. If you don't want to, that's fine too. I'm just saying, just putting it out there. So Niloufar Rahman, she's a patron of mine. I love you. Thank you so much for your support. She says, you act tough, but inside you're a softie. I don't act... I am an extremely thick-skinned person. I've had to be, you know, I'm the oldest of 6 siblings. I've experienced a significant amount of violence in my life, from my father, from my brother, from other members of my family. And I've just had to grow up this way. Have had to be this way. So I've always kind of been a tough person. I don't take things to heart. I don't take things personally very often, unless you start coming for my mother, and then I do, because I love my mother, and, you know, she's dead, so that's a very sore issue for me, but I do have a very soft inside, I think. I do have a very, very soft inside. I'm not a very sensitive person, but I'm very, very soft once you get to know me. Next assumption is from Robert, or from RY's Trit, I think that's how you say it. I assumed you lived in the US. I've heard this a lot recently, and I don't know if I should be offended. Like, I don't know if I should be offended, because a couple of people have told me, like, we thought that you were American, and I'm not entirely sure why. Maybe it's because, it could be because I dated an American for like 2.5, 3 years. You know, the lines are blurry. I met him while I was still in my dad's house. I still considered myself a Muslim back then, but I met him while I was in my dad's house. We didn't make the relationship official until I left. And he was more of a support buddy than a boyfriend at that time anyways. Because he was an alcoholic. He was Floridian and an alcoholic. I don't know, I just had to mention that. And yeah, he was an alcoholic, and I was an abused child, and we just kind of trauma bonded. Terrible idea, by the way, never do it. Like, for real, never ever trauma bond. It's a terrible idea. But yeah, I think it could be because of that, because for 2.5 years, for 3 years, whatever you want to call it, I was just hearing this American accent all the time and kind of imitating it. And I've heard it a lot, like, from new co-workers, from people I know, like, we assumed you were American, and I'm not sure what that's about. I don't want that to become a theme. I don't want people to think I'm American, because, frankly, I don't want to be one. But yeah, I don't know. Next assumption is from Ryan Shuck. He left me such a nice comment. He said, "You're a kind person with a huge heart. You have a genuine interest in humanity." I can't read today. "You have a genuine interest in humanity and desire to help guide people who have a similar past as yourself. You care about the truth and have little use for ignorance." Thank you, Ryan. I really appreciate that. And that you have such a high opinion of me is really, really refreshing, because not a lot of people do, especially not in my family. So thank you for that. I really liked that comment. Let's get some glitter in here, because that would be cute, right? So the next the next assumption is from Starfish, and she says that I watch Dowerman videos in my spare time because I find them unintentionally funny. Should I? Do you guys want me to react to Dowerman? Let me know in the comments below. I don't watch his content because I find him to be so fucking stupid, and that just makes me angry. Like, I don't find it funny when people are idiots. It just makes me so fucking angry. But if you guys think I should watch him, let me know, and I will start reacting to him. Reaction videos are so difficult to make, though, so I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see about that. I think that's enough pink. so much pink. I'm just gonna put some light colors in the corner of my eye. I'm not a beauty guru, by the way. Never do what I'm doing because I have no idea what I'm doing, but I mean, it looks cute. So the next assumption is from Dark Memes, and they said, you breathe air and you like pizza. You're not wrong. I do breathe air and I do like pizza. So thank you for that. Really appreciate it. From Hell's Bells, she says, you seem like such a good friend to have around, in my opinion. Honestly, I'm the best type of friend. Like, that's not, I'm not trying to toot my, well, I am. I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, but I am the best kind of friend that you can have because I'm funny. Like, if you're having a bad day, I'm just gonna try and make you laugh the entire time. And, you know, that's what I want to do. I just want to make you laugh. But if you're being a dick, I'm gonna tell it to you straight because I can't stand being fake. Like, I'm not very good at doing that with people that I love. I'm very good at doing it with people that I hate. But I'm not very good at, like, hiding how I feel from people that I love. And it's just born from this need to, like, tell the truth now. Because while I was a closeted ex-Muslim, I always had to lie, and that really damaged me. And I actually made a video about that. It really damaged me, so now I do my best to share how I feel with the people that I love around me. And I think that while they may not initially like that, I think that my closer friends have learned to appreciate that a lot. I don't want to overdo this look, but I don't know when to stop. Is that too much? I don't think that's too much. I think that's fine. And also, I'm a really, like, I know I talk a lot in these videos, but that's because it's just you and me, you know? But I'm a very, very good listener. Like, I love listening to people's problems, and I like asking them questions to help them figure it out themselves, rather than, you know, me sitting here trying to solve your problems. I'm not good at solving other people's problems, but I am really good at listening and trying to help you solve your own problems. I am very good at solving other people's problems, I just don't. Ansgar Odinson said, you exist, but do I? How do you know I'm not just a simulation? Like, I'm not just a robot. How do you know? Have I given that enough time to sink in? Next Next comment is from Gerald Helmet. He said, you prefer Brazilians. You know what? You know what the tea on me dating Brazilians is? Like, no shade to the country or the people, but every time I've set up a date with a Brazilian, they've always, like, cancelled on me last minute. And I don't know if that's just my experience. Like, Brazilian guys like me because I'm like a thick bitch. Like, I'm a big girl. And I think that Brazilians like that, at least to my knowledge, in my experience. Like, there's a bounty of Brazilian men on Tinder that I have dated, but every time that I've tried to actually go and meet them, like, texting and they're fine with that, but every time I've gone to meet them, they either cancel or they reschedule or something. Like, I don't know what that's about. So I've dated quite a few Brazilian men. None of the dates have been very fruitful because of the fact that the rescheduling is a problem for me. Because your girl doesn't have much time, working all the time and then also trying to schedule podcasts and do my own thing. So, yeah, I like them. I think they're cute, but honestly, they haven't made too much of an effort with me. And that bothers me. This eyeliner, does it match? What do you all think? I don't think it matches, but I think it's close enough. Alicia's gonna do my hair later. I'm gonna look like a whole fucking problem after this. Should I put some highlighter on? I'm feeling like some ooh, I have glitter. I have glitter, bitch. I forgot about these. These are like little glitter eyeliner pens. I also have these, but I don't think either of these go with my look today, which is a shame because I really like these. But we'll save them for another time. I just have so much garbage that I've accumulated over the years. Like, all of this is garbage. This is green. So next assumption is from Cardiff Atheist or at Secular Hitchens, who is another one of my patrons. Thank you so much for supporting me. I love you so much for also donating to my Sober October campaign, like the amount that you did, and just generally being wonderful to me. I'm pretty sure you're going to come see me when I talk in November in Bristol, and I'm really excited to meet you. But he said, you're a bit of a comic book superheroes lady. You're not wrong. I love my superheroes. I think I don't think that they've been done much justice in films and stuff, but I do love my comic book superheroes. My favorite superhero of all time is the Wolverine and Spider-Man. They're my favorite superheroes. I used to be a big DC fan when I was a kid, before fundamentalism became my life, but that did literally nothing. I'm just gonna put this away before I make this an issue. But I used to be a big fan of DC when I was a little kid, but unfortunately things did not play out so well in the... Oh, that's a lot of glitter. Shit. Gonna need a brush for this. Is this gonna work out? Ah, that's beautiful. Okay, hold on, hold the fuck on. This is Tanya Burr. I've never really okay, that's too fucking dark. I can't put that on my eyelids. But it's so pretty. Shit. Okay, I need to close this before this becomes a problem for me. Yeah, so I've always been into superheroes. I've always found them really, really interesting. But my favorite story of all time is Berserk. And he's not a superhero. He's a human being who just fucks everyone up. And I love that story. The comic books, for those of you who are following Berserk, recently came out with a couple of more chapters. And I'm living for the next few chapters that'll come about. Okay, I'm gonna put some highlighter on before this comes out of hand. I have one palette here, and should I use a brush, or should I just use my hands like I normally do? I'm gonna use a brush. So the next assumption you'll have for me is that you seem like someone who calls people's bullshit out. From Nathan Shaitan. You're not wrong. That is my aesthetic, is to call people's bullshit out. I mean, I don't want to be problematic online, but I think in the activism community where we have a lot of bullshit floating around for no reason, it's kind of essential that we call each other's bullshit out, because that's the only way we can grow and make sure that people think of us as credible. You know, when different dramas happen around us, and they are quite frequent thanks to the fact that we're so controversial for no reason. Like, for example, when the Berlin Memorial thing happened, and, you know, I just didn't understand why that was a problem. I think it was really important for me to talk about it, and for other people to talk about it. So it's really, really essential in our community, where we have all these issues, that we call people's bullshit out when it happens. Because if we don't, ain't nobody gonna do it, and we're just gonna lose credibility. So yeah, I enjoy calling people's bullshit out because it's essential. Not because I want to be a problem on the internet, but I mean, I'm already here. Next assumption about me is from Kim Lane. She says, "You've got your shit sorted." I really don't. Like, you're the second person to have told me that. in recent memory, if my memory serves well, and I really don't feel like I have my shit sorted. I honestly don't, because I'm just constantly living hand to mouth, and that's not a problem. Like, I'm an artist. I'm an artist. I'm an artist, and I'm willing to live this way if this is the way that I'm just. Okay, this brush is doing nothing for my cheeks. I'm just gonna do this with my fingers. Yeah, I'm happy to live hand to mouth because I'm doing what I'm passionate about. I would rather have no money at all than have all the money in the world and do something that I hate. That's just my nightmare, is to have money and then do something that I don't want to be doing. So I don't feel like I have my shit together. I still have a lot of problems. I'm coming to terms with the fact that I have eating disorders. I'm coming to terms with the fact that I have mental health issues. And for the most part, many of my mental health issues have been addressed. The fuck is that? It's like a random gold flake in my crease. Oh, you know what, Tanya Burr? Fuck you and your stupid gadgets. But I honestly don't feel like I have things together sometimes. Other times I feel like, yeah, I'm definitely more put together than other 24-year-olds, but like I'm still a hot mess. Like, I'm still in the middle of doing my degree. I only started last year, so I feel like I'm constantly behind other people. And that's difficult to deal with because I feel like I'm going nowhere. I have existential dread frequently because I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. I don't know if this is good for my future. I just don't know, and that's why, like, settling on the here and now is just a way better option for me. The last and final assumption that I would like to address, because I think it's quite important, and I will link this back to the user who commented this, is Wajah Hassan, who has been, I think, a fairly long time follower of mine. He's been a long time follower of mine. He identifies as a cultural Muslim, but is, as far as I'm aware, is agnostic. I'm not sure. What do y'all think, by the way? I think I'm looking pretty good. I need to put a lip on, but I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna wear my lip. I'm sorry. But yeah, Wajah Hassan, under my assumptions tweet, had said, I feel sometimes you are way too harsh on gay Muslims, like in terms of the inconsistencies of being gay and Muslim, since Islam is so homophobic. And it made me very uncomfortable when I was I'm guessing when I called Farhan out. And look, I have my own delusions, okay? I think that delusions, to some extent, are healthy for us as human beings, because we need them. We need them to just get on with our lives. And I get that. Like, I get having delusions as a thing. For me, and I have to be honest in when I talk about these things, because I feel like it's important to do that. For me, I just would not be able to reconcile being gay and staying within a really homophobic ideal. Like, I wouldn't be able to reconcile that, and that's what I have not necessarily a problem with, just like a misunderstanding of. Like, I don't really understand how you can continue to be Muslim and gay. But obviously I have no problem with people being Muslim and gay. Like, that is your life. You get to choose. You get to rewrite your religion however you want. My problem with Farhan was that he misrepresented me. And that's why I went so harshly on him. I've spoken to other gay Muslims. I recently did a podcast with the You Don't Love Me podcast, where I talk about my bisexuality. And I really don't have a problem with gay Muslims. I don't. I have a problem with Farhan because he misrepresented me, like blatantly misrepresented me, and then admitted that he blatantly misrepresented me. And that is why I went so harshly on him, because once you give me a reason to clap back, you're gonna clap back. Like, that's just my default saying. But I have my own delusions. Like, I have my gut feelings. There are people that I don't trust. I follow my gut a lot, and to an extent I feel like that is delusional, and I feel like that is a delusion that I find comfort in, because I've always relied on my gut to tell me when to do things. But I understand, you know, I understand that people have delusions that they like to believe in. That's fine. You know, you want to believe in God even though he's homophobic, that's fine. It's your choice. And I have no problem with gay Muslims. If there was ever any doubt in that, I apologize for giving you that impression. I've never had a problem with you. I don't have a problem with you. I have a problem with Farhan because he took something I said out of context and he represented me as a homophobe, which I am not. I was homophobic when I was a Muslim, but that was genuinely because I believed in Islam, and Islam is homophobic. But yeah, I hope that clears that. Maybe I came off as harsh to gay Muslims because of that, but I genuinely don't care what you believe in. I'm never going to sit here and say that you shouldn't believe in something that you do believe. I'm just going to tell you what I believe and why I believe it. That's it. That's all I'm going to do. But I'm going to put a lip on, and then we are going to end the video. I don't know what color to do it exactly. Should I go with like a salmon nude? I wanted to go with a red lip initially, and I think a red lip would look actually really good with this, so I'm gonna go with that. Do I have my red lip? Should I put some white in my waterline? Is that a good idea? I should put some mascara on as well. It does nothing but just like makes sure that there's no eyeshadow in my eyelashes. It's been 41 minutes. Holy fuck, I've talked a lot. Not that y'all didn't already know that. You've been here for a while. But yeah, I'm gonna put this red lip on and then I'm gonna end the video. My lips are so dry. What do y'all think? Good color? A bit darker? Might put some eyeshadow on this just to make it pop a little bit more. But yeah, I'm gonna go to Alicia's house after this, and she's gonna curl my hair for me, and I'm gonna do her makeup for her. Which I feel like is a good trade. My red lip is like running out. Let me put some gloss on. Not that one. This one. This is like my favorite gloss, but I can't wear it while my hair is out because it just gets everywhere. I think I look really cute. But yeah, thank you for watching this video. Thank you for joining me in this, you know, what should have been like a very good girl chat, and I hope it was. I hope this was entertaining. I hope that you'll like these videos, because I don't like keeping it serious all the time. You know, I want to do a little bit of fun stuff every now and then. I'm blocking up my mic. So I hope you enjoy these kind of videos, because I love making them. I love just sitting here and talking. I wish that this was just my job, where, you know, I turn on my camera and I just talk to you for, you know, a few minutes a day. And yeah, thank you for joining me. All of the links are in the description for, you know, my social media accounts, for my Patreon, my PayPal, like all of that stuff. Like, I'm trying not to shill here. I'm not good at it. I don't want to, but I have to. It's part of my job. And if you are interested in one of these t-shirts, I will leave a link in the description below. I really like Speakeasy Mo, and I really want to promote him as an artist. He is a brilliant artist. So if you'd like one of these shirts, please go and pick one up from Redbubble. They come in this cute little pack, this cute little like container, which I'm gonna use as my makeup bag from now on, because it's cute. And you get like a couple of stickers. So yeah, if you are interested in that, please do check him out on Twitter as well. I'll leave all of the links in the description below. But I hope you guys have a good Halloween. It's coming up in a few days. Sober October's almost over, and I'm really excited to drink afterwards. Because this month has been very, very long, as I've just explained. And yeah, I will probably see you Wednesday when I normally upload. If I don't see you Wednesday, it'll probably be a Tuesday or a Thursday or something like that. But please do come and join us on Neil the 604 Atheist live stream as well. That is going to be fun regardless. So yeah, I will see you soon. Goodbye and see you later.